I really don't think that he's speaking for all men. I'm very surprised that you felt comfortable actually typing this out and commenting on someone's video.
One man said only 4 simple words and then walked away without adding anything else. In response, she recorded, edited, and uploaded an entire video while he remained completely silent. That level of self-control stood out even more as thousands of people continued discussing the situation on his behalf. Welcome back, everyone, because this story has taken a very interesting turn.
This comment right here. I really don't think that he's speaking for all men, because I know that there will be somebody that steps up one day to be some sort of father figure for my child. And it's also I'm very surprised that you felt comfortable actually typing this out and commenting on someone's video. It's just the wildest thing. You don't know my circumstances with my child, or his father. And yeah, that's basically it. So hopefully he's not speaking for all men out there, but this was just really disappointing to see.
She seems genuinely surprised that someone shared an opinion on a video she chose to post for everyone to see online. The real reason was simple, because the platform allowed people to watch and respond freely. What truly stands out is that the reaction was not only about the comment itself. It was about realizing that the person genuinely believed what they had written, and that is what made the response so powerful.
Hi, I would like to chime in on this as a son who grew up in a single-parent household with a single mom. And as a child, I used to wonder, why isn't my mom dating anybody, or why hasn't someone come along? But with all due respect to my mother, as a grown single adult man with no kids, absolutely not. I totally agree with this dude. As a matter of fact, I agreed with this dude so fast that I immediately went straight to my music and started playing Billie Jean. If we're just looking at the totality of it all, just look at the situation and ask yourself this question. What human adult person who already has a bunch of responsibilities wants to take on more willingly? Now, that guy doesn't speak for all men, but he does definitely speak for the majority. Now, there are exceptions to that rule. There are men who are sterile who actually want to be fathers. But generally speaking, a lot of men just don't want to take on that responsibility. And I'm not saying we're perfect, but, the way things are now, you can see videos of people online with their baby mamas and they being way out of whack. And then, we sit there and think to ourselves, wait, you want us to take on not one person, but potentially 2 who may stress us out? Absolutely not. And, for me personally, I used to want that, to be a dad and whatnot, even if it meant being a stepdad. But my whole thing was now, look back on it, is that my reasons for fatherhood were selfish because I was basing them based off my own father and how that was. I shouldn't want to be a father because my dad wasn't there. I should just want to be one to be one. And right now, I don't want to be, especially to somebody else's kid. And I'm a teacher. I practically have to play that role all the time. When I go home, I want my peace. I do hope that helps you understand.
This comment right here.
Girl, what about that comment?
I really don't think that he's speaking for all men.
He's not, but a lot of men feel this way because a lot of women do not allow stepdaddies to discipline their badass kids.
Because I know that there will be somebody that steps up one day to be some sort of father figure for my child.
Most definitely. Stepdaddies are real.
It's also I'm very surprised that you felt comfortable actually typing this out and commenting on someone's video.
Girl, it's the damn internet. Everyone comfortable saying whatever behind the screen. You can't let that shit get to you.
You don't know my circumstances with my child, or his father.
That's true, but everyone is not willing to play the stepdaddy role, and that is okay.
So hopefully he's not speaking for all men out there, but this was just really disappointing to see.
But it's real. Being a stepdad comes with a lot. A lot of women don't want you to discipline their child, and they know their child bad as hell. The child get mad and scream, "You ain't my daddy." And a mama goes against the stepdad when they know the child is wrong as hell. And this is just a little bit of the bullshit that they have to go through with becoming a stepdad. So can you blame a man for not wanting to be with a woman that has a child or children? No, not all women are like that, but shit, a lot of them are.
He is a teacher who spends every day guiding and supporting children as part of his profession. Yet expecting someone to take on the full responsibility of parenting without equal trust and respect is a completely different situation. Then another woman pointed out what many people were already thinking. In some cases, a man is expected to provide support and carry responsibilities while having little say in important parenting decisions. A healthy partnership requires shared trust, shared responsibility, and mutual respect from both sides.
There are 48,000 comments on that video. And if you have a second, I would love to show you some of my favorites. I want to start right here because I want to know if anyone else has had this experience. I raised my stepson since he was 2 just to be told once he became an adult by my ex-wife that she used me to help her raise him, but she never loved him. Never again. Even some of the ladies started getting in on this. Expecting a knight in shining armor to come swoop you up and fix all your problems is wild. And having to deal with a baby daddy, nah, men are right. It is a no. I bet she didn't see the comment section going this way. He's speaking for me. He's speaking for 90% of men. He is our spokesman. And the list just goes on and on and on. I think this is the harsh reality of life for single moms. I don't think it's impossible to find a good man that will be a good partner and help you raise your child or children, but you would definitely be an outlier, an exception to the rule. And I know she finds that very discouraging, but oftentimes the realities of life are just that. And honestly, I wish her the best in trying to figure this out, because that kid does deserve a good father or a good father figure. As so many men are not willing to take that risk. Kids by themselves complicate relationships enough. A child that is not yours, as well as a baby daddy in the mix, none of that is going to indicate to a guy that that's going to be an enjoyable experience or a benefit to his life. And this is why it is so important to choose wisely who you have children with. Do not fall victim to lust, because there is no going back once that happens. And the realities of that situation will be very disappointing to you.
The response came from thousands of people who reacted to a public video and shared their own views on what they had seen. The reaction was far greater than expected and quickly turned into a serious discussion. What stands out most is that several real examples of responsible men were already part of that conversation. That shifts the focus away from asking whether good men exist and toward understanding why previous relationships reached the point where they ended.
Don't listen to these idiots. That is not what a real man does. A real man steps up and takes care of his children as well as somebody else's.
I've been sent this video God knows how many times now. The thing is, he is speaking for a large majority of men in this world. Men don't want to get themselves in that kind of situation. I've put myself in that situation where I got with somebody who had a kid that was a deadbeat. I busted my ass to become a part of that kid's life, to become a dad in that kid's life. Only when things ended with me and her, for me to be standing outside, seeing a kid crying in a corridor shut, and to be told that that's not my responsibility. To be told it's not my problem. I'm not saying all women are this way, because they're not, and I've been blessed. But the truth is, that's a large majority. I have never wanted to prematurely expire more in this world than hearing the words, "You're not their dad." A lot of folks don't realize just how damaging that is, especially when you busted your ass trying to become a dad. I hate to put this out this way, I do, and I know a lot of people are going to get pissed off and comments are going to be, whew. But I think some people really needed to hear it.
He stood at that door after years of showing up with care and commitment, only to be told that none of it was ever his responsibility. She asked where the real men were, yet his actions had already provided the answer. Instead of blaming others, the situation reflected a series of personal decisions that led to this moment. The people watching did not create the outcome because it was shaped by the choices made along the way, and every step of that journey was shared on camera.